injury for most part of the season, and probably in this moment also the difference between us and more clubs is because unfortunately we had many important players for us that they have been injured. Romeo is one of them, no doubt that West Fofana is another one. We had Nico 2 months, but in terms of Romeo, he showed again today how important he is for the team and how good he is.
Before he got his injuries, you were only about 4 points behind Liverpool. If he'd have stayed fit, could you have kept up that pace?
I really think that Liverpool, they deserve to win the Premier. First of all, because they have been consistent. Second is because they had consistently the squad available, something that unfortunately the rest no. But today again, they show the reason why they won the Premier League. We didn't plan, I promise you, we didn't plan the game to defend deep. We planned the game to high pressing, in the way we always. But sometimes the other team is so good that you have to defend deep, you have to adapt, and the player they deal with that very good.
Yes, please.
Enzo, congratulations. Last time we spoke, we talked about the journey you and the players are on. Massive win today. What will you and the players take from today and taking on to the final bit of the season?
Either we go game by game. For sure, today's performance has been a good performance, especially for the effort of the players. But I think we had for sure some moment a little bit up and down for part of the season. But overall, I'm happy with in the way the player they are trying to do their job.
And what's Cole Palmer's reaction tonight? How is he?
He's happy for sure because he scored, because we won. But I didn't see Cole different from 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I said many times he scored 14 goals for us in 20 Premier League games. But unfortunately didn't score many goals in the last part of the season. But now we have 3 more games. We have also on Thursday the second leg, and hopefully he can help us until the end.
Nizar?
Enzo, we saw Robert Sanchez was fine and came back into the team, but how was Christo? You said you have made an update on that.
Yeah, Christo will be out for, I think, not sure if 1 week, 2 weeks, we're gonna see, but he will be out for the next, 10 days, 15 days.
Simon?
Enzo, just getting back to Cole, how significant do you think this the timing of him scoring and also just that finish in general with these 3 big league games?
Very important. Probably 2 games ago, 3 games ago, I said to you that if we want to reach Premier League, we need Nico and Cole goal. Nico scored against Everton, give us 3 points. Both they scored today, and if we want to be there and we want to finish top 5, we need Cole and Nico a goal. And hopefully they can score some more goals until the end.
Did you expect him to shoot from the touch when you watched that live?
Cole is that kind of player that he can do things that no one expects, because they are different players. So when he has the ball, I expect anything, because he can do anything.
Peter?
Hi, Enzo. The celebrations after the goal, you can see what it meant to all of Cole's teammates. How much of a lift is that for everyone else in the group? Do you think that can give the players, his teammates, belief as well?
Yeah. No, they are. My feeling is that it's already a long time that from when you work with the players every day, I have the feeling that they are all in the same page and they are all in the same direction with the way we want to play, but also in terms of create the right culture that I think is so important.
This was also, I think, the first time you fielded the same team in the Premier League for 6 months. How important is that, and do you feel like this is close to your strongest team?
I think we had some players on the bench that also they help us a lot this season. Rhys James is one of them, Tosin is one of them, Jadon was one of them, and the rest, you see, we played the semi-final the other day. Keenan was very good. It's important if you want to fight for something that all of them, they go in one direction.
In the middle, please.
Celebrations at the end of the game were very loud. The coaching staff were very excited at the end of the game. You were on the pitch as well. How much of a momentum does a result like this against the champions give Chelsea for these remaining 3 fixtures? Because the 2 of them are pretty tough: Newcastle away and Forest away. Also, Champions League
Enzo Maresca walked off the Stamford Bridge pitch with a convincing 3-1 win in his pocket, but his mind was clearly somewhere else. Minutes later, in front of the media, he launched into a scathing assessment of Liverpool's approach, not their football, but their behaviour. The Chelsea manager, just weeks into his Premier League tenure, accused Arne Slot's Liverpool of abandoning the game spirit. Despite the result, Maresca didn't mince words. To him, Liverpool's tactics weren't competitive, they were disruptive, even disrespectful. They weren't here to play, he said. They were here to interrupt. To foul, to stall, to provoke. It was frustrating, and unnecessary. For a manager who values structure, control, and the flow of the game, Maresca's frustrations weren't just about sportsmanship, they were personal. He spent years studying under Pep Guardiola, refining a philosophy that emphasizes elegant build-up and positional discipline. What he saw from Liverpool, in his eyes, was the opposite. Chelsea were the better side from kickoff. They pressed with precision, dominated the middle third, and looked far more cohesive than expected for a team under a new regime. Liverpool, meanwhile, appeared uncharacteristically reactive. Slot's men fouled frequently, broke up play, and rarely threatened to regain control of the tempo. It worked at times, but not enough to stop Chelsea from slicing them open. The story might have ended there, but Maresca's post-match comments gave it a second life. Fans were instantly divided. Some applauded him for calling out what they saw as dark arts creeping into the modern game. Others questioned why a winning manager would be so focused on the opponent's flaws, suggesting his comments were more about ego than integrity. Slot didn't take the bait. Calm and composed, he declined to respond to Maresca's criticism. But the tone is now set. This wasn't a normal post-match debrief. This was a marker being laid down. Maresca, clearly, is not just here to win, he wants to set a standard for how the game should be played. And he's not afraid to call out even the biggest clubs when he feels they're compromising that vision. It's rare for a managerial rivalry to ignite after just one game. But with personalities this strong and philosophies this different, it feels inevitable. Chelsea may have claimed the points, but the real battle between Maresca and Slot has only just begun.